I'm going to get right down to the heart of this story. According to Reuters, Wagner's Yevgeny Prigozhin, Russia's most powerful mercenary, is believed to have been killed in a plane crash. So here's the summary. The plane crashes north of Moscow. Wagner boss Prigozhin, he was on board and no survivors, says authorities. Telegram channel linked to Wagner says Prigozhin is dead. He led mutiny against many top brass this past June. So Russia's most powerful mercenary, Yevgeny Prigozhin, was on board a plane which crashed on Wednesday evening north of Moscow with no survivors. The Russian authorities, 2 months to the day after he led an abortive mutiny against the army top brass. There was no official comment from the Kremlin or the Defense Ministry of the fate of Prigozhin. If I'm mispronouncing it, it's because I'm not really fluent in Russian. Head of the Wagner mercenary group and a self-declared enemy of the army's leadership over what he argued was its incompetent prosecution of Russia's war in Ukraine. A telegram channel linked to Wagner, a gray zone, pronounced him dead, however, and hailed him as a hero and a patriot who it said had died at the hands of unidentified people it called, quote, traitors to Russia, close quote. Amid fevered speculation and an absence of verifiable facts, some of his supporters pointed the finger of blame at the Russian state, others at Ukraine, which was due to mark its Independence Day on Thursday. Others who have opposed President Vladimir Putin or his interests have also died under unclear circumstances or come close to death, including outspoken political leaders and journalists. A building housing Wagner's offices in St. Petersburg lit up its windows after dark in such a way as to display a giant cross in a mark of respect and mourning. Flowers were left and candles lit near the offices early on Thursday. Prigozhin's death would leave the Wagner Group, which incurred Putin's wrath in June by staging an abortive armed mutiny against the army's top leaderless, and raise questions about its future operations in Africa and elsewhere. Whoever or whatever was behind the crash, his death would also rid Putin of someone who had mounted the most serious challenge to the Russian leader's authority since he came to power in 1999. The Brazilian Embraer Legacy 6000 model of executive jet that crash has only recorded one accident in over 20 years of service, according to website International Aviation HQ, and it was not due to mechanical failure. A 2008 Brazilian Air Force reporter blamed two U.S. pilots, traffic controllers, and faulty communications for the mid-air collision, while a lawyer for the pilots said individual air traffic controllers and flaws in Brazil's air traffic control system caused the accident. Embraer said it has complied with international sanctions imposed on Russia and had not provided maintenance for the aircraft since 2019. The plane showed no sign of a problem until a precipitous drop in its final 30 seconds, according to flight tracking data. I'm Tyrone Bowman. Never surrender. Never.